Today we're stepping inside the towering stone walls of a medieval castle to explore what life was really like during the Middle Ages. Built as fortresses to defend against attack, castles were also homes. The owners might be kings, lords, ladies, or knights, but they didn't always live there full time. Kings owned numerous castles and would stay in whichever one suited their needs at the time, military, political, or simply practical. At the top of the social ladder, the castle's lord or lady had their own private quarters, complete with an ensuite garderobe. That's a medieval toilet, in case you're wondering. Their bedrooms were lavishly decorated with four-poster beds, silk bedding, and finely woven tapestries. These private chambers, known as solas or great chambers, were the safest part of the castle, and only honoured guests or the most trusted servants were allowed inside. A castle needed protectors, knights, soldiers, archers, and crossbowmen. Even in times of peace, a small garrison, sometimes just 12 men, would handle daily defence, opening the portcullis, manning the drawbridge, patrolling the walls. They practiced swordplay, horsemanship, and jousting. Archery was both training and entertainment. Fun fact, arrow slits were carefully angled so that defenders could shoot out, but attackers couldn't shoot in. Many castles functioned as administrative centres for large estates, collecting rent, hearing legal disputes, and managing regional defence. During war or rebellion, the stakes were raised. Knights led levies drawn from the local population and helped garrison the castle. For example, in the Great Siege of Dover Castle in 1216, 140 knights and around 1,000 other soldiers defended the fortress. A castle's daily operations required a small army of workers. Servants managed everything: cooking, cleaning, laundry, and fetching water. In the kitchens, cooks lit fires in huge hearths and prepared food for as many as 200 people a day. Bread, often baked the day before, was served with ale or thin pottage. Water was unreliable, so weak beer was the go-to drink, even for children. In the stables, grooms fed and brushed horses and checked tack and hooves. Blacksmiths repaired tools and weapons, while pages and squires trained in arms or ran errands for their lords. Everyone had a job, from firewood gathering to drawing water from the well. Life was especially tough in winter. Cold stone walls sucked the warmth from the rooms. Straw rushes were strewn on the floors and tapestries hung on the walls, but they only did so much. It was, quite literally, freezing. Servants came in ranks too. The higher-ranking ones were often children of wealthy families, pages or damsels, who were being taught manners and courtly behaviour. One etiquette book advised, "Don't blow your nose on the tablecloth. Don't spit on the floor when anyone's looking, and always beware thy hinder parts of guns blasting," which, although it sounds like a euphemism for passing wind, was actually a warning about the back end of a firearm. Early guns were dangerous from both ends, from powerful stewards and butlers down to the lowly gong farmer who had the thankless job of emptying cesspits. Every servant had their place. Entertainers also played a vital role in castle life. Minstrels and jesters were employed by kings and nobles to amuse not only the lords and ladies, but the entire household. Minstrels weren't just performers, they were memory keepers. They sang ballads of legendary knights, religious tales, and news from distant lands. Their music could lift hearts at banquets or bring solemnity to a funeral. Some were permanently employed by wealthy households. Others wandered from castle to castle, earning their supper with song. Jesters, on the other hand, brought laughter, often by walking a fine line. The original meaning of jester was actually storyteller. They told jokes, juggled, mimicked, and sometimes even acted as messengers. Their humour was clever and often political, but a good jester knew when to push and when to bow. Medieval castles are magnificent structures that have stood the test of time. Many still stand today, their walls weathered but resilient. So if you ever get the chance to visit one, whether you're walking through a castle gatehouse or climbing a crumbling tower, remember, this wasn't just a fortress, it was someone's home, their workplace, their final line of defense, or maybe, just maybe, their toilet